I'm ChosenArchitect, and this is Stoneblock 4. Now, last episode we did the impossible. We managed to produce over 20,000 FE per tick from gas-burning generator setups. And we also managed to speak to some new faces. The Infernal, the Catalyst, and the Lightbender. And all of them combined together unlock the new chapter for Solaris, which we have to work towards in order to, well, get bigger and better upgrades and start to sort of progress and expand even further. Unlocking things like what it seems like AE auto-crafting and many other things, which is kind of what's holding me back from getting immediately into AE. But now down the middle section, it really wanted me to work towards power and of course increasing our power gains to where we can ultimately craft, well, a big old nitro ender cell. Yeah, this is going to require us to kill a wither and also progress heavily through the power mod. And so this is the bad boy you see here. Just in case you missed last episode, I set up 4 gas burning generators that are running at max, which are producing about 8,000 a piece. But after all of all is said and done, and after all of the power costs to actually produce the gas, we're looking at about 5,000 to 6,000 RF per tick, give or take between each. So at this point, we are producing about 20 or a little over 28,000 FE. And I really like to count my total power gain passive. So that's why I say per tick. That way I know how much I actually have, like what my pure threshold is. Between last episode and this one, we also did some decoration, but I also added some Simply lights. I did realize I do have a little bit of glowstone, so I crafted up some of these Simply lights. If you hold shift on these edge lightings, by the way, you can control which side actually receives light. So this is a nice little feature that was added, probably due to me and many others complaining that we couldn't change the sides. But yes, I like to add them to the Mekanism machines. I think they really add a lot, and they add a lot of light. Speaking of light, look at the illuminated fixtures. I started to get those in place as well. Now today's going to be sort of a weird one. We're actually going to locate and find a Fortron maze. But as you can see behind me, my villagers, well, they're looking a little scrawny over here. They're kind of looking sad. They don't have anything to do at the moment because I actually haven't set up automated gravel, sand, or dust yet. And I feel like it's about time to do that. Now, some cool things to note. I've actually been feeding brushes from this guy who actually sells me Unbreaking 3 brushes. And so I've just been buying the brushes from the villager right here. And then I have been managing all of this by hand. I kind of want to change that today. Some other things that I've also been doing is I've set over here, and look at this. I've added a compacting upgrade, made sure to blacklist lapis, even though I don't really need to. I can actually remove this here, and I can show you whenever I place this in, this just auto compacts everything. It's so nice. And it even compacts the clusters into blocks. So all we have to do is just pull the blocks out and we're ready to go. I still need to make the upgrade though for this barrel and get all of this compacted up and this. I don't have auto smelting just yet on these. Eventually we'll be able to send this all to one central smelter, which will hopefully keep a constant supply of our resources. I would prefer to set it up in like some sort of drawer network potentially though. Ooh, or maybe even like a drawer network, but we make the drawer network out of applied Energistics. That'll be something we do in the future though. I see you over there getting super hyped hearing me talk about AE. I get it. So to-do list, we really need to automate resources and we also need to make these brushes unbreakable. Yes, we should now have the ability to hopefully turn reinforced brushes into full unbreakable brushes. I mean, we've had the ability to do this for a while. We just need a little bit of source to do this. We already actually have the source in our source area. There's also another unearther that we should be able to get our hands on. And we may actually need to make an area that supports more unearthers. Because at the moment, I don't think we have enough. We have sand, dust, but we don't have a space just yet for like, I don't know, endstone, and also we don't have a place for netherrack. You know what? I'm getting a little carried away with myself. Let's actually just get some of these resources automated and then work on upgrading their brushes. Now let's first automate our gravel. This is probably going to be the easiest of the bunch. This is actually the container that we want to send the gravel into ultimately. So honestly, it's very, very simple. We just need a cobblestone generator. This just needs to go like right here. We can have a barrel that goes here. And then I think this pulls from the left to the right of the auto hammer. We just place the auto hammer in. That's going to automatically pull the cobble into it. And then it automatically will store the gravel in here. And I did go ahead and go with gold. I think that's going to be fine enough to keep up with the base tier. And I think it's fine enough to keep up with this guy. Look at that. Now for sand, it's going to be a little bit different. We are still going to have a barrel here because we are cutting a corner, but I'm going to place an auto hammer here. We're going to go from cobble to gravel. And then this one is actually going to go from cobble, which is going to start here, by the way. We're going to have a cobblestone generator. It's then going to pull in, turn into gravel. Then that gravel is going to get turned into dirt. And then that dirt's going to get turned into sand, ultimately ending up here. And there we go. That's how easy it is to automate this. And a very similar setup over here. We'll put the auto hammers in a row like this. And then the last one over here is actually going to be the cobblestone generator. And yet again, it's going to send into the barrel, just run down this chain, ultimately turning into dust, ending up in this barrel down here. Now we do need to head back to spawn because if I'm going to make these unbreakable brushes, well, I'm going to need to buy 4 of these templates. So let's make sure we have enough money to buy those. Just in time for me to head back through the portal. Of course, it disappears. But yes, we need to head back home now, take these, and I think we just upgrade them with diamond, I believe. At least I think so. If I look at the recipe, yeah, we just upgrade them with diamond. And I don't know if I can do this. Can I use, yes, I can actually use ones that are a little bit broken. It does carry their durability. It also carries their enchants. And then it's time to go back to the world engine. Now, do these upgrades also take power? Yes, it does take power and is going to cost some source. And let's see. Oh yeah, we have plenty of source in there. We'll just throw all of these in here, get them all upgraded. There we go. And we just gotta wait a moment. Look at there, all of our brushes. Now these guys are about to be really, really happy. Completely unbreakable brushes now, so they should be able to work constantly. Trust me, they like doing this. Don't look at me like that. Now there is another unearther that I kind of want to get my hands on, right? There's another villager, and if we go underneath the generating resource tab, it's right here, the dimensionalist. So this can actually sift up several things that we can sift up by hand, but this is going to allow this guy to actually sift it up. And I believe we can buy all of these things. Look at that. The fabricator has those items. We can already make echo shards. I think we already have them. And then we also have lead sheet metal. Like that's really easy for us to make. So yeah, another thing we're going to buy. Let's buy 2 sets of the advanced electronic components because I haven't dabbled at all into immersive engineering. And so we can head on back home. I think we got the echo shards, basically everything we need except for lead. I do have over here. Perfect. And let's make the casings. Is it something like this? Actually, no, it's the other way around, isn't it? Just 4 of those is all that's needed in order to make these razanas energy block razanas. Yes. I'm good. To be perfectly honest, is this something new that's came to immersive engineering? Because I don't ever remember this machine block. This looks like it was like specifically made for the FTB quests. And just like all of our other villagers, we do have to give it a profession. So place it down next to that, and then we can pick that bad boy up, all ready to go. You know, just like all of the other unearthers, we'll get this bad boy placed in here, give them a brush, and we can give them a little bit of food. I think it'll be a good idea to put some of the food over here in this. Well, that way we can level it up. We got to get this pretty high. I think we can either put Netherack in here and have it constantly sieving some Netherack. That might actually be a good idea. Or we can even head out to do some endstone. I think both are going to be good options. And there we go. I'm just going to throw a little bit of Netherack. I don't have a whole lot just yet, but I think we definitely need to go out to the end area. It's going to take a little while to get this guy leveled up. I think we also need to head in the direction that our quest is sort of pointing to. Remember I said I wanted to do this maze vault, which is going to lead us into the Fortron stuff, which is a very important. And I've seen a lot of things basically require it that I've kind of wanted. So I think this one is going to be one of the better paths to like proceed completely through. So we do need to get a compass. And the first thing we got to do, it says found within the Deepslate ring, this vault is easy to get lost in. Oh no. And then it says complete the maze. It will reward you with at least 4 Fortron infused blocks. And this is a minor world engine upgrade. Okay. Which is perfect. This is for the light bender, by the way. I really love the name. And well, the compass is going to actually lead us directly in this direction. Yep, in a direction we haven't even explored in yet. Now I did upgrade my hammer a little bit. It did roll Boon of Earth though, and I'm finding Boon of Earth. Wow, this is a very powerful enchant, honestly. It just keeps randomly rolling like random ore drops. like aluminum, gold, tin, all kinds of stuff. I bet this could even be automated. Oh no, modular routers. Oh, those mod packs actually disable this enchant, so I'm surprised to see it in here. Now the maze is this way, and I do want to make a little bit of a path. By the way, just look at the resources that we just get from this. This is so interesting. I also have my running shoes equipped, so it does make me a little bit speedier, but also a bit slipperier. But I want to continue. I want to keep going until we actually reach this end. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go all the way back, go down my other tunnel until I hit. Oh gosh, this is so bad. I'm going to go down. Woo, we hold shift. We really slide. Oh man. And we don't actually, okay. We're kind of gliding here, honestly. But anyways, I want to go down my northern tunnel, which on the map is quite extensive, reaching all the way up through the nether band. And I want to make my way to the endstone ring. Man, after upgrading this with the roller skates, oh boy, we really get it going. And you can see all the resources that's being generated. This is absolutely ridiculous, and I love it. And there we go. Perfect. We have now reached endstone, and just like all of the other ones, we can collect a lot of endstone. Look, there's the teleporter for the endstone, by the way. Nice. So now I can use this to collect a handful of endstone, so that way we can potentially get some draconium. Could be pretty powerful, actually, if we can get our hands on some draconium. That's going to allow us to strip enchants off of our gear, making us incredibly OP. And so I'm actually going to fill this guy with as much of the netherrack as possible, and then end up with the endstone here. So now while I let that cook, we can actually head on over to that Fortron maze. Yeah, let's go see what the Lightbender has in store for us. All right, and here we are. Now, I have a feeling we are close enough to generate the portal. Oh yeah, we are. All right, let's see what this bad boy, oh boy, is ready to offer. That sound is menacing. Hit the button to toggle the force field to progress through the maze. Okay, let's actually take our skates off so it's not so, not so rough here. Okay, so we have to hit these buttons that should trigger. Oh boy, and we got slimes that can spawn here. Ooh, there's a chest. I wonder what this is going to be. Hopefully some good stuff. Oh gosh, we got slimes that just spawned. I mean, I'm not super worried about the slimes, but ooh, arcane ingots, windswept. Ooh, uranium. Is this any good? I actually don't know. Oh, thank goodness the slimes didn't spawn right on me. That is actually kind of nice. All right, so we are going to need to push some buttons. So let's toggle that, and then we need to see what does that toggle. Let's see. Right now everything's off. Okay. There's the slime. Nice. Okay, didn't toggle any of these things on or off. Oh, it opened this up. Okay, now what is this going to open? Let's see. Does this do anything for us? That opened this door. Okay. We have yellow. What does yellow do? Yellow opens this door. Okay, we got to get through this too. All right, I'm seeing things come together here. So we kind of have like a button puzzle maze where we kind of have to like push every button that we kind of find. And I'm assuming that at some point we're going to find some other stuff. Okay, so this is locked. No. What does that mean? No. Okay, there's a green button here. Okay, and do we have anything else down the road? Let's see. We did see the green button. There's another one of these for us to solve. And it's on fire and good to go. Perfect. What do we get? Ooh, red fertilizer. Some steel. I don't think I really need any of that gear. I'm just going to leave that for right now. I don't think we're going to need any of the special gear. All right, what does this one do? See, that's toggled on. Ooh, wait. This wasn't open before. Okay. We continue on. And what's this do? Ooh, do we have a trident? I actually don't know if we have a trident, but there's other rock. I'll take some of that quartz blend. Ooh, and cobweb. Perfect. Ooh, what's this? This is arrow. Ooh, arrows of blasting. That might come in handy later. That could be interesting. Okay, so that opened up this door. Now what do we need to do? See, where does this take us? Pink. Okay, these. That opens this maze up. Okay, interesting. All right. And so we have this path. We have this button. And what's over here? Oh, there's another door. Okay. So we gotta figure this area out. Oh man, even the small ones on these hurt. Ow. All right, let's see. What's this button do? Okay, that was lit. I don't feel like that did anything. Can't tell. Oh, it opened this one. Okay, so that one's now open. Ooh, very nice. And what's that do? Didn't open this door up. Did it change anything over here? Was this here before? I don't think this was here before. Ooh. Wait, we got soul. Wait, tier 1. That's tier 1 soul chicken. Wait, we haven't even done chickens. That's going to be kind of handy, actually. I need to put these in my bag. Okay, we're going to save those. All right, so we got to figure out how to get this door open. And we've got to figure out how to change this door. And I think this door, right? We had it open originally. How did we get it open originally? We went this way. We went through this area. And we got this door open originally by hitting one of these buttons. It was either this one or it was this one. I think it was this one. Oh, yeah, that swaps it. Now it's open on the other side. This one's closed. Okay, I think I'm figuring it out. All right, let's head to the other side. Head to the other side and let's figure this bad boy out. I think we got this in the bag. I think we are ready to go. Yes. Okay. So we hit... Hey, quit. So now we toggle that. Oh, it opened it up. So there we go. Beautiful. All right. Is there any more down the road here? Telling me to go this way. Aha. And we've did it. Very nice. All right. Beautiful. Okay. So let's open this. Let's try to maximize our loot from within here. Oh, it's spinning on me and we didn't mess up. So hopefully we get maximum loot. 8 Fortron infused blocks. Very nice. We got an onyx. We got some picks. I actually haven't made any of those. I've really enjoyed the like picking thing. Breaking stone. Okay, converts to stone. Breaking like cobble and other stuff converts to stone. Shift right click to select a target. Wait, what? I kind of want to see what that does. But we also got fishing dynamite. I'm gonna actually leave that fishing dynamite. But this is a questing item, so we actually need to take those. And I think we can take this too, can't we? This is replica blocks. Okay, I'm definitely taking the replica blocks. Is there anything else I can take? I want to take these. Can you please let me take them? No, I can't. It's more replica blocks. All right, anyways, let's continue on. Is there more to this or are we done? I feel like we finished it. Oh, there's another button down here. One more button. Ooh. Okay. I think that was it. This is the exit. This is definitely the exit. Huh. There was the maze. I mean, honestly, kind of interesting. But I will say that this was significantly harder in the prior updates. And this version is, in my opinion, significantly easier. Yeah, a whole lot easier. Honestly, I liked the original puzzle, but having the lights on top, I think would have really helped people solve this original puzzle. But yes, this is good. This is real good. I like the change. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of people that were just like up and completely like cheesing this area instead of completing it and missing out on all the fun. But it was a lot harder, like I said. Anyway, we should head back home. We should definitely head back home. Let's make our way back and see what we can actually do with these new blocks. Now, after completing this, getting the gift of the pebbles, which I did receive another flux controller, we need to take a look at this. The coercion driver will slowly generate Fortron over time. Fortron is mainly used to power your MFFS, or modular force field system, I do believe. It is machines. It says, but it can also be used to make more Fortron infused ingots in the world engine once you have upgraded it. Okay, interesting. So we are going to have to make this thing. And let's see, what does it take to make it? It looks pretty cheap. Just some steel. Yeah, pretty cheap recipe, actually. And then that leads us into the next step, which definitely dives deeper into AE, but at least we got that maze out of the way. So yeah, let's see what this is all about. Let's actually make this and get the Fortron stuff that we're going to need. All right, so we need a battery, we have the sheets, and now we have a coercion driver. I think I said that right. Perfect, that quest now out of the way, but how does this thing work? It just says it generates Fortron over time. Let's go connect it up to some power here, I think. All right, it is connected up to some power. Okay, it's got some redstone control. Okay, and Fortron is being produced. Is that buckets? Is that... Can we pull a bucket of this stuff out? I think this is the liquid that we've been seeing, but it shows up as buckets here, but in here it's different. Okay, very interesting. I've never played with this mod before. I went and grabbed a bucket. Can we actually pull buckets of it out? Doesn't look like it. Interesting. I wonder how we actually move move this stuff. Okay, I'm definitely getting carried away because we do need to go back to spawn, and we really need to talk to the Lightbender to kind of figure out more. Let's go see what the Lightbender has in store here. Okay, so we finished this section, and we've actually completed the maze like it wanted us to do. So now let's see what else the Lightbender wants us to do.
Now that you've learned to refract and infuse light into matter, it's time to link your world engine directly to a quantum network. This will allow information to be transferred instantly, eliminating the need for tedious manual retrieval every time you wish to use its power. A quantum link connects your world engine with your applied Energistics system via a pattern provider, granting access to all stored items and data. With the pattern provider connection established, your AE system can interface directly with the world engine for real-time crafting and processing.
Ooh, okay, so it really wants us to, at this point, probably start focusing more on AE and actually building an applied Energistics system. Very interesting. Now, in the shop, we've also unlocked several things. Ooh, look at the matter tanks. Very nice. And warp scrolls we can now buy. Those are very expensive. My goodness. Okay, I guess because they can make permanent portals. I have no idea. Okay, very, very cool. So now that I've head back home, it does say right here we can now auto build the Fortron upgrade. Interesting. Okay, so we do need to submit those blocks that we just got, and we're going to need to head back to the world engine before we submit those. So let's take a trip to the world engine, and let's go ahead and complete that quest by auto submitting these, and then let's assemble. Ooh, and now we have new animations. Oh, that takes over. Oh, and it's kind of showing us like what upgrades are being done. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I like that. That was sick. I swear, every update, this pack is getting cooler and cooler. Now, over here in the general tech, it talks a little bit about this mod because I am super unfamiliar with it, but it does say Fortron can be extracted from the buffer of a cohesion driver or any other Fortron-based machine. This can be done by using a method of like fluid extracting from other mods. Okay, so we can like pump it out with like a fluid pipe, and we can send it into like a tank, for example. You know what? Let's head up here, and we will dash on over up to this. I really need to make an electric version of this. We gotta get some player charging set up soon. But there we go. Pipe. We set that up. Let's see, where's our mechanism wrench? Let's take our configurator. Aha, look at that. Okay, very interesting. It's filling that tank up pretty quick. It's a cool looking liquid as well. Man, I really wish I could just place this in the world. Like, that liquid was done good. That's a good texture. And now I can take this, which definitely voided that, but we can carry this pipe with us. And let's carry that over to the world engine, because we do know that the world engine does require crafts from stuff like this. So I'll take my pipe and we'll carry that into the world engine. There we go. And there's the fluid that we need for a lot of those crafts. And it looks like there's about 13 pages worth of crafts, with each page having 2 individual crafts on them. So my goodness. Yeah, there's quite a lot here, about 26 different recipes, give or take. Ooh, and this is also a pretty decent coolant as well for all of our machines from the Power mod. Now, the main new thing that we can craft now are Fortron infused ingots. So this recipe right here is going to be platinum, which we now get because we are going to start sieving endstone, and we also get iron. Now, something that we should keep in mind, what is Fortron actually used for? So the extractor. Oh my, we now can get access to the extractor, I believe. And it looks like we can take skystone and turn that into kiwi. Man, as soon as we have a start of kiwi too, we can generate kiwi from kiwi. Oh, that thing is going to be so nice for resource generation, because we should be able to just like create passive resources and building materials. And if you've been following me for a while, you may understand I have a passionate love for this thing right here, this block generator. Some other things we can make is the cat assembler from Psy. Man, I haven't played with Psy in years. Also the fluid laser, it looks like, to be able to make a destruction catalyst, we would need that. Ooh, the personal shrinking device we can actually make now that we have the Fortron infused ingots. Now, there's still a few more things that I really need to get done today, and one of those is actually creative flight. Believe it or not, we can actually make creative flight at this point, like, and it's absolutely free. Costs literally nothing. Oh, well, I'm so glad you asked, because I know all of you guys want some creative flight. Well, it's actually going to require a Celesti gem, so we are going to need to upgrade our goo from Just Dire Things, which my goo just so happens to be back here. Now, this goo is going to cost a little bit of skulk, and well, we don't actually have any just yet, but I do know a place I can go to just quickly, just for a quick little dip, and just grab some real quick. I may stir up trouble, but I should be able to grab some. So yeah, straight down here. I mean, we're probably going to end up plopping right into this place. You know where I'm going. And here we are. Now, I'm going to take advantage of my night vision goggles real quick. And if you utilize the Blaze Jet wand, believe it or not, we should be able to skate around this place pretty well. Well, I'm going to take the skates off. But there's some chests that I need to get access to. And like I said, we're probably going to end up causing some problems, but we actually land softly whenever we use the Blaze Jet wand. It's actually kind of wild. But hey, look. There's already the stuff that we need. This one wasn't even locked. But yeah, when I say this Blaze Jet wand is pretty powerful, we can go into places like this. Land. We need to sneak over here. I want to unlock this real quick. We can hold sneak to help us a little bit. But yeah, we can unlock this. This actually doesn't trigger any sounds, nor does the unlocking. And then what I want to do is just simply break the chest, collect all of the goods, and then just continue moving on to the next place. We get a few warnings. But yeah, we can always come back here. We can actually loot a lot of these very quickly with the Blaze Jet wand. Once a warden spawns, we just dash out of the way. We just get out of there. And I think we'd be pretty good. All right, let's see. We'll get this one. And perfect. And yet again, I'm just going to break it. I'm going to break it with the axe. And we just collect all the goods in here. I mean, it's so many good things. Now, that's all I want to grab for right now. I think I'm going to come back, though, after we get the creative flight set up. So let's just pop a portal down and head right back into the base. Man, the portal gun's so good. Back home, let's make that void shimmer goo. We are going to need skulk to actually activate this. And yeah, Celesti gems. Well, we get those from regular diamonds. So let's take that, and I'll make 6 diamond blocks. It looks expensive, but we have resources that are generating basically infinitely. So yeah, you can't look at it that way. And let's go ahead and pop this down. There we go. And then hit it with the skulk. And just like all of our others, we'll just let this grow up. That'll get a Celesti gem. Now, while I'm waiting for that to work, let's actually make the jewel crafting station that's going to allow this to all happen. But back to the world engine I go. I still have enough source in here to provide this. We do the archwood, a little bit of lapis, and let that bad boy craft up. And I don't even know if this requires any power. No, it literally just requires source. That's it. Jewel crafting station now acquired. This thing is really powerful, specifically for this flight. So we can head back home and place this down really anywhere for right now. I don't have like a special room for any of this. just place you down right here. So we can actually make a ring with different materials, and different materials give you different stats. I'm not super worried about the primary effect, even though there are some good ones. I think draconium is a pretty good one. And I think I might have enough draconium. We just need 4 draconium ingots. Let's see. Can we go on over here? And, oh, yeah, we have 40 draconium now that have built up, and our dimensionalist is now max upgraded and is now sifting some of that endstone. Very, very nice. So draconium is going to be probably the best that I can do at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this, clear all of my glass out of here, let some draconium smelt up, and we only need 4 ingots, right? Perfect. And then we also need the Celesti Gem. So now we have access to the Celesti Gem. Grab some of that. My vein miner is set to the wrong key. There we go. And we'll just put this together, right? So let's see. That went into the backpack. Celesti Gem, thankfully, we don't have to like smelt it because it's already in the smelted form. All right, so back to our gem cutting station. Let's get a little OP here. So 4 of these go in here. That makes us a special ring of the draconium. I think the way it looks is really cool. And then we just top it with a Celesti Gem, and it just gives us creative flight. The Celesti Gem is really what goes good here. And we now have made the Celesti Gem ring. We can put this in our ring slot, and we now have creative flight. Like, I'm not even joking. It's full-blown creative flight, no power cost, nothing. Just free flight. Almost like the angel ring from back in the day. I really, really like this, even though that kind of had a cost. Now, something else I wanted to show you. All these things that we are adding in our curio slot are really powerful because we can actually toss them in here. And yes, they can receive effects, gem sockets, and all kinds of stuff. Like this will boost our attack speed, experience gain. We also get knockback resistance if I was to choose this. This one can give us bonus spell power and also mana regen and extra health and more gem sockets. And those gem sockets are really powerful, by the way. So we still have a long ways to go before we become incredibly OP, but that is going to happen, I think, very, very soon, especially since we have to fight some more bosses. But you know what? I can't even think of a better way to end this episode than absolutely getting creative flight. I am so excited about this, and we still haven't even made it to episode 10. Like that's next episode. We're so close. We're so close. And I mean, I am pretty excited about next episode. We've got a lot of stuff that we're going to be working on. And I'm thinking AE possibly. What an episode today was. I mean, going from no creative flight to full creative flight to also figuring out a maze and solving the Fortron maze and figuring out all this Fortron stuff that we're going to need for the future. I am pretty excited about this. You get to play on words there. The Fortron for the future. There's so many fun things to do in this pack. Anyways, we got more to do next episode. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. And now, without further ado, I think it's time to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that huge thanks, well, that's going to go out to Cell. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord Premium member and supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. Thank you so very much, and going absolutely above and beyond. And guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.